rock it side to side or front to back. Just beginning to settle, beginning to root into the floor, sitting that spine up tall. Think about the crown of the head lifting, tailbone pointed down towards the floor. And if those hip flexors are tight, feel free to sit on a pillow or a rolled up mat. But again, staying up nice and tall, take our shoulders up, down, and back so that our arms can be heavy and long to the side and that there's space between the ears and the shoulders. Or the hands can be to the side or they can be on your knees, but just making sure to keep that neck nice and long. And let's begin to drop our chin towards the chest, still trying to keep that lengthening in the neck. Dropping that down, down, down. And then slowly lifting that up and taking your eyes up towards the sky. And dropping that chin back down to the chest. And taking those eyes, lifting them to the sky. And one more time, dropping the chin back to the chest. And taking eyes, lifting them to the sky. We're going to head back to neutral. Let's go ahead and take those shoulders up, down, and back again. Make sure that they're down. Let's look over to the right. Think about the chin going over towards the right shoulder. And then looking over to the left. Chin over to the left shoulder. And head back to center. Drop right ear towards the right shoulder. And then drop left ear to left shoulder. Let's go ahead and drop our chin to chest. And then let's do some half neck circles here. So right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Doing a few of these, trying to keep that neck nice and long, trying to get those shoulders away from ears. Possibly releasing some tension that might be in the base of your skull, in those shoulders, maybe those traps, upper shoulder muscles. And go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head up to center, and we'll do some shoulder rolls. So go ahead and roll the shoulders back here. Good, and then go ahead and roll that forward. And let's roll it back again. And roll that forward. And then up nice and tall. Let's sweep our arms up, do a nice big deep inhale. And then exhale, press the arms down and away. Good, inhale and lift this up. And exhale, press it down. Inhale and lifting up. And exhale, press down. Again, inhale and lift it up. And exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us. Open up that chest, open up the shoulders. Keeping those arms behind us, trying to sit up nice and tall still. Go ahead and drop your chin towards your chest. Lift that head back to center. Look right and look left. Bend at our elbows. Bring our hands over to right waist and let's take that elbow back. Good, go ahead and switch sides and take that elbow back. And then go ahead and release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep those arms up. And exhale and press. And again, inhale and sweep. And exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us. Open up that chest. Drop that chin. Lift that head up to center. Now take our right ear towards right shoulder. And then left ear towards left shoulder. Head back to neutral. Bend at our elbows, hands over to left waist. Squeeze that elbow back. Good, and then hands over to right waist. Elbow goes back. and then release that. Good, sweep our arms up. Go ahead and drop that right hand to the floor, and let's lengthen over with that left arm. Try to keep that left glute and hip on the floor. Take our left hand and let's go ahead and take it to the outside of our right thigh. And let's take our right hand behind us and our first spinal twist. Breathing here in this spinal twist. And then bring this back to center. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Strap our left hand, reach over with that right. Nice lengthened right arm. Keep our right glute, right hip to the floor, right leg. And then let's go ahead and take that right hand to the outside of the left thigh, left hand behind us. And let's twist to the left and breathe. Bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale and press. Again, let's take our left hand to our right thigh, right hand behind us. And twist again. This time maybe twisting a little bit further. Inhale deep. And then exhale it out. Back to center. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale. Let's take our right hand to left thigh, left hand behind us, and twist deeply to the left. Inhale here. And exhale. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Let's clasp our hands at the top. Press our palms towards the ceiling. Go ahead and make some space here in the rib cage. You can maybe take that rib cage from side to side a little bit. And then making some space, sitting that up very tall. Inhale it here. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale here. And exhale, sigh. One more time. Inhale it here. And exhale, sigh. Good. Bring our arms down in front of us. Go ahead and do those stop hands right here. Rotate our wrists. And rotate the other way. Take our arms out to the side so that we see them in our peripheral. Let's go ahead and take our palms up. Do a little bicep curl here. And then extend. Bicep curl. And extend, and bicep curl, and extend. Good. Go ahead and curl it here. Let's take our elbows so that they touch one another, and then open this up. So we're just keeping our torso just straight for right now. Just elbows in, elbows out. Now let's go ahead and add that back rounding and arching. So let's go ahead and round the spine as we take those elbows in, and then arch that back slightly as we open this up. Let's do that again. Round that, and open. And one more time, round and open. Good, take our arms out and then release them down to the floor. Roll the shoulders back and roll that forward. Go ahead and rock it a little bit side to side. And we're going to, as we're rocking, we're going to begin to make some circles, torso circles. So go ahead and circle the torso. Making those circles as big as you would like. And then let's go ahead and circle the other way. Ooh, that feels good. Good. And then bring that back to center, back to neutral. Very nice. Let's go ahead and lean it back. Take our feet wide and drop our knees from side to side. So let's begin to wake up the lower body now. And to wake up with those hips, quads, glutes, hamstrings. Let's keep our right foot forward and zigzag those legs. We've got that nice zigzag, and let's turn it to the right. Lift that left hip, inner thigh up off of the floor, and get that really, 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 really good deep twist here. And twisting as much as you want. And once you've gone as far as you can go, maybe take your eyes and look a little further, breathing while you twist here. So using that deep inhale, deep exhale. And then let's come back to center And we'll go quick for 4 times. So let's take it for 4 and center, 3 and center. It's 2 and center, and last 1 and back to center. Good, let's lean it back again and drop our knees side to side. So windshield wiper for legs right here. Side to side to side to side. Good. Let's keep our left leg in front. Do that zigzag right here. And let's go ahead and twist it to the left, lifting that hip, glute, inner thigh up off of the mat. Twist it as deeply as you would like here. Maybe taking those eyes and looking back a little further and remembering to breathe deeply. And then bring that back to center, back to neutral. Let's go quick for 4. So let's take it for 4 and center, 3 and center. It's 2 and center, and last 1 and back to center. Lean it back, knees side to side again. Good. And then go ahead. We're going to take our legs straight out in front of us. I'm going to turn it a little bit. And keep our knees bent, leaning it back. So let's do a little bit of a boat just to warm up that back. Not doing too much core yet. We're just warming everything up. So heels stay on the floor, lengthen through our arms, take our shoulders down and back, and leaning back right here, just holding this. Inhaling and exhaling, enjoying this because we're supported by those heels. Good, and then go ahead and sit this up nice and tall. Grab underneath those legs, give yourself a big hug. More than anything, I felt that in my hip flexors. So then sit it up. Let's go into staff pose. Take our legs nice and long, flex through our feet, lengthen up through our arms. So let's reach up here, holding the staff pose and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good, release our arms down. Let's bring our right leg in and go ahead and give that a nice big hug. So hugging that. Good, let's take our right foot over left, wrap our left arm around our right leg, and right hand comes behind us. Let's twist this here. Another spinal twist, but now we're adding in the legs, or adding in the lower body. So the glutes, hip, breathing in here. And let's turn this towards the inside. So looking to the left and breathing in this nice twist here. And then bring this back to center. Take the bottom of our right foot to the inside of our left thigh. Sit this up tall and either reach for the big toe with the peace fingers or the shin. So whatever is working for you today, wherever your flexibility is letting you go. And let's go ahead and reach this over. Breathing, breathing. Let's go ahead and windmill that right arm behind us and take our left hand to that right thigh and get another twist here. And then back to neutral. Good. Straight back into boat pose again. Just our simple boat pose, our warm-up boat pose. Reach through our arms and let's hold this here. Keep those shoulders down and away from those ears. Just holding this nice and strong. And let's go ahead and release that. Sit this up tall, flex through our feet. Let's find our staff pose again. Reach up through our arms, lengthen through those legs. Let's inhale it here. And exhale it. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, deeply inhale. And let that air out. Release our arms down. Let's bring our left leg in. Give that a nice big hug. Hold that here. Hug that here. Good. Let's take our left foot over right leg. Wrap our right arm around, left hand behind us, and let's twist over to the left. Breathe. And go ahead and twist it towards the inside right here. And twist that. And bring this back to center. Take the bottom of our left foot to the inside of that right foot. And either grabbing with the peace fingers on the toe or hand to shin. Let's take that over and reach this. Good. Windmill that left arm back. Reach that right arm to that left thigh and twist it here. And then bring this back to center. Let's do boat pose this time, but we're going to do single leg boat pose. So shoulders down and away, lengthen through this. Let's keep our left foot on the floor and reach or lift our right leg. And holding this here. So hold, breathe it here. And let that air out. And again, breathe in. And air out. Release that right heel down, lift our left heel. Got 2 breaths here. Inhale deep. And air out. And again, inhale deep. And air out. Release that. Stay in boat pose, both of our heels are on the floor. And then you can release this up. Simple cross leg. Grab a block. We're going to go take it on our backs. Still warming up our backs, and then we're going to do some bridge work to begin to strengthen the back. So let's take ourselves down. Take the block in between those knees so that we find that nice alignment. The block goes between those knees. Let's line our feet up with our knees. Knees are lined up with our hips. Press our hands, elbows into the floor. And let's go ahead and slowly lift that pelvis up. So just bringing that pelvis up to the top here. And then very slowly taking that back down. So bringing it up nice and slow, holding this here, and then one vertebrae at a time. Let's imprint onto the floor, slowly taking this down. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Pelvis goes down last. Let's lift it up again. Hold this here, and then slowly lower this down, one vertebrae at a time. And then lift it up here. We're going to hold this here this time. So just holding. You can maybe walk your feet a little bit closer to your glutes. Finding yourself comfortable in this bridge. So just holding here. Let's press through our toes and lift our heels up. Let's flatten through our feet. Lift our toes up, or lift them up as much as you can. That makes those inner thighs fire immediately. It also gets those shins. And then let's flatten through those feet right here. Lift our heels up. Flatten through the feet. Lift those toes up. Flatten through the feet. Lift the heels up. And flatten. Lift the toes up. And flatten. Lower that spine. And lower the pelvis down, and then release. Keep that block, keep squeezing that block. Let's lift our legs up and go ahead and take our chin to chest, or actually your forehead might even be able to go very close to that block. And then release this back down. Lift that pelvis up. Drop the pelvis down, lift the legs up, and that head goes towards the block. And then drop this down, lift that pelvis up. And drop that pelvis down and curl this in. One more time, drop those feet down, lift that pelvis up. And drop that down, curl it in one more time. And then release that. You can release that block, still finding that alignment with our feet. Feet are lined up with our knees, knees are lined up with our hips. And from right here, actually go ahead and glue those knees together and take your feet a little further apart. Kind of get a stretch here and windshield wiper those legs. Now your knees will probably not go to the floor, and that's okay. It's kind of like a half windshield wiper. We're just getting a little bit of the hip flexor here. Those feet are probably as wide as your mat. Just taking that a little bit from side to side. Good. Go ahead and reach behind both of those knees. Pull that in to your chest. Now forehead to those knees. You can release that upper body, but keep our knees up. Let's go ahead and drop our knees over to right side, arms into T. Back to center, drop over to left side, arms into T. Back to center, line up for our bridge again. So now we're going to go into some strengthening work. Feet lined up with our knees, knees lined up with our hips, hands press into the floor, elbows press. Let's lift that pelvis up. Finding that strong bridge here, so that might mean that you need to walk the heels a little bit closer to the glutes. It might mean that you need to take your shoulders underneath you a little bit more. And gripping the floor with your feet, finding that strong pose. Let's press our left foot into the floor, center those with the hips right here, and let's lift that right leg up. Go ahead and keep that knee bent. With that leg in the air, rotate the ankle. Rotate it the other way. Good, let's take our right ankle to our left thigh, open that up and keep lifting that pelvis. Very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, dropping this down. So pelvis goes down, let's reach behind our left legs, pull this in. So right into that piriformis stretch. And then release that left foot back down and release that upper body. Finding that alignment once again, let's press into that left foot, lift our pelvis up off of the floor. Single leg bridge. And then let's go ahead and bring that right leg, lift that up, and take that right foot back to the floor. Find that alignment again for that bridge. So feet might be close to those glutes. You want those knees lined up with those hips. So we don't want them far apart or too close together. Let that line up. Shoulders are underneath you a little bit. Let's center our weight, center those hips, press through our right foot and lift our left leg. You can go ahead and keep that bent. Rotate that ankle that's in the air. And rotate it the other way. Let's take our left ankle to our right thigh. Open this up. And slowly drop that pelvis down towards the floor. Good, reach behind our right thigh, pull that in, piriformis, figure 4. Right here, good stretch. And then release that foot back down, release that upper body. Let's strongly lift that pelvis back up into that single leg bridge. And then go ahead and release that leg and release that back down to the floor. Finding yourself in that bridge still. Now we're going to do quick single leg. So let's go ahead, center our weight, lift our right leg up, hold this here, release that right leg down, center that weight. Press through our right foot, lift that left leg up, breathing here. And then release that down. Still staying in that bridge. We've got one more time each side, pulling those abdominals in, those glutes are squeezed. Let's go ahead and lift our right leg up. And then release that down. Nice strong bridge. Lift that left leg up. Breathing here. And then release that down. Good, holding bridge. And slowly lowering pelvis down to the floor. Very nice, release that. Reach behind both knees, chin to chest, forehead to knees. Good, and then release that. Keep our knees bent, our upper body's down on the floor. Keep those knees, bring those knees up, and let's drop them over to the side facing me. Take yourself on your side, and then press yourself up. So let's go ahead and get ourselves up onto all fours. And we're gonna go into some cat and cow. So let's go ahead and continue to warm everything up. We'll warm our back up. Actually, our back's pretty warm. Warm our upper body up a little bit. So let's drop that belly to the floor, eyes to the sky. Round that spine, take our chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, or exhale, drop the belly. Now inhale, round the spine. Exhale, drop the belly. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, drop the belly. And inhale, round the spine. Bring the back flat, neutral. Let's lift our right leg up. So lift that up, flex through that foot. Very nice. Lengthen through our left arm. Bird dog here. Take our elbow to knee. Let's go 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2. Reach. And last one. Let's reach and hold. Release that arm and release that leg. Good. Let's take it to the other side. So lengthen up through our left leg. And once you've got that, reach through our right arm. Nice, strong bird dog. Elbow to knee 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. It's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach it. It's 2 and reach. And last one, let's reach and hold. Release the arm, release the leg, child's pose. So our first child's pose of the day, lengthen through those arms, reaching our fingertips for one edge of the mat. Glutes going towards those heels as much as possible. Just enjoy this little bit of a break, a little bit of a stretch. I like this, it stretches the fronts of those feet, front of the ankles, feels good. Bring ourselves back up all fours. Let's get our shoulders a little bit. So let's go ahead, lift our right arm up, and then let's take this through, thread the needle. Take our temples down onto the floor, palms down onto the floor. And then if you'd like to do a bind, you can go ahead and take that left arm around and reach for that right thigh, for that right hip flexor. And then go ahead and bring this arm back down and then press ourselves back up. Good, let's take it to the other side. So let's lift our left arm, thread the needle through, take the temple on the floor, both palms down. And if you would like to bind it, you can go ahead and take that right arm and reach around for the top of the left thigh or that left hip flexor. And then go ahead and bring that arm back around, both palms on the floor. And then let's go ahead and press ourselves back up right here. Child's pose once again. So take this back into that child's pose. Reach through those arms. Good. Bring ourselves up and let's go ahead and take ourselves into a nice plank. So we're going to press our hands into the floor and then just take our feet behind us. So a nice top of plank, our first plank of the day. Just hold this here. Then let's go ahead and drop our left knee and turn ourselves to the side, and let's do a side plank, a supported side plank right here. Good, lifting that arm up. Now this will kind of be just like a half moon. So find your stability here, pressing into that left arm, left foot. If you can, try and lift that right leg up. Good. Hold this here and breathe. Kind of like a half moon, but not. Go ahead and release that down and take that arm back down. Take ourselves back into a full bridge. Hold this full bridge. I know that left arm is feeling it a little bit. Go ahead and drop our right knee. And let's go ahead and turn this and open into a side plank on the other side. Reach that arm up. Strongly pressing into that right hand. Let's lift that left leg up if that's available to you. Breathe here. And it doesn't have to be lifted very high. And then release that down. Take our left hand back to the floor, bring ourselves back up to top of plank. Hold this top of plank right here. Go ahead and drop to those knees back in a child's pose. Take this back. And let's go ahead and sit on those legs. So a little opposing. Grab a block. Hopefully there's one close to you. And we're going to come up on our knees. Let's take our block in between our heels. We'll do a little bit of camel, a little bit of camel's pose. Let's sweep our arms up right here. Reach up through this. Let's reach our right hand back for that block. Now, if that's not going to work for you today, feel free to take that hand and place it right on the sacrum. So it's still that nice back bend, but breathing here. You can look up to the side or down. And let's inhale, lift our arms up. As you exhale, go ahead and drop that left hand to the block and or to your sacrum and reach, looking up, looking to the side, or looking down. And let's inhale, lift this up and release our arms to our side. You can take that block out from underneath your, and then go ahead and put block to the front, or you're going to use it for sun salutations in a few moments. To the front, and then take ourselves onto all fours, and we'll go into our first downward facing dog. So let's go ahead, all fours, curl our toes under, keep our knees bent as we lift our tails to the ceiling. Relax that head and neck in between those shoulders. Maybe nod that head, yes. And shake that head, no. And begin to pedal our feet. So pedaling those heels down towards the floor. Looking at the backs of the legs a little bit more. Dropping both of our heels towards the floor. Let's lift up on our toes and drop our heels over to the right. And then lift back up. Drop those heels over to the left. And lift back up. Walk our feet to meet our hands until we are at standing forward fold at the front edge of our mat. You can have those blocks pretty close to you. Those feet close together. Actually make some space though so that your arms can dangle for now. Relax that head and neck so you're in ragdoll right here. Plant our big toe, our little toe, and our heel. Take opposite elbow with the opposite hand. Let's make a frame for the head. So the upper body is very heavy. We've got ourselves folded in half. Feet are rooted into the floor, being pulled down. Arms and upper body are heavy. Trying to get pulled down towards the floor as well. Breathing here. And then release our arms, let those dangle just a moment. And then you can have those blocks nice and close. Let's go ahead, inhale, flatten our backs and look forward. Let's take this into a nice tabletop or monkey, lengthen through this. Good. And then release this forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale it into table, lengthen through that, and then release that. Very slowly, because our head's been low. Go ahead and inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. And then let's cactus those arms back. So take that nice cactus arms. And then inhale, lift. Dive this down and over. Good. Inhaling it into that flat back table. And then release that. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Let's cactus those arms back. With those arms cactus, let's go ahead and take a seat here. So we've got a seat with cactus. So it's really, really arched in that spine. Let's inhale, lift. And dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten that back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. No cactus this time. And let's go and take our arms around into chair. Arms are around. Let's go ahead, stay in this chair, lift our arms up. So nice full chair here, holding this up. And then let's inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten that back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Take it around to chair. This time, let our arms go all the way up into chair. Stand it up, inhale. Exhale, dive it down and over. Let's move on. Inhale into table, flatten that back. Release that. Keep our left foot forward. Take our right foot back into a nice lunge. Let's go ahead and take our left hand on that block, or right hand on the block. Right hand on the block. Left foot is forward. We're going to twist to the left. So open this up, twist. And bring this back down. Drop our back knee, uncurl our toe. Lift our arms up, slight back bend here. And then bring this back down. Move those blocks, lift ourselves back up and lunge. Take our left foot back to meet right foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down and lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, let's lift and press into downward facing dog. Walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Have those blocks nice and close if you want. Let's inhale, flatten that back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Take this around and let our arms go all the way up, full chair. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, dive it down and over. And let's inhale, table. Exhale, release. Our right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into lunge. Left hand stays on block. Right arm twist up. Good. So we've got ourselves in that nice twisted. And bring ourselves back down. Drop that knee to the floor. Uncurl the toe. And go ahead and lift ourselves up here. Slight back bend. And then bring ourselves down. You can take that right foot back to meet that left foot. It's the top of plank. Shift that weight, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down to the floor. Lift our heart up off of the floor. Curl toes under. Lift and press, downward facing dog. Breathe it here. Walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of the mat. Good. Inhale, flatten our spine, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. And exhale, take it around, chair, arms up. Good, inhale and lift it. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flatten that back, look forward. Exhale, release. Left foot's gonna stay forward, right foot's gonna go back. Drop our right heel, and let's go ahead and bring ourselves up into a warrior two. So go ahead and bring yourself up into a proud warrior, warrior two. Left foot is forward, right foot is back. Good. Drop our right arm, take our left palm up, and reach into this peaceful warrior. Good. Let's release our front leg. So release that left leg and then take ourselves into triangle. Feel free to grab a block if you've got one close to you, or a hand can go to shin. Open this up and breathe. Good, let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up, back into warrior two. So bend that knee. Very nice. Hold this here. And then let's windmill our arms down towards the floor. Take our left foot back to meet our right foot into top of the plank. Shift our weight, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take that heart down and lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. Breathe it here. Walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. All right, grab those blocks. Let's inhale, flatten that back, look forward. And then release that. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Take it all the way around into chair. Those arms up high. Inhale up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale into table, flatten that back, look forward. Release that. Keep our right foot forward. Take our left foot back into lunge. Drop our left heel. Keep that right knee bent. And let's bring this up into warrior two. On this other side. So right knee bent. Got that nice warrior two. Drop our back arm. Take our right palm up. And peaceful warrior reach. Let's straighten through that leg and take ourselves down into triangle. Or reach up through this. And then go ahead and bring ourselves back up, warrior two. Windmill the arms down. Take that right foot back to meet our left foot into top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to front of the knees, uncurl our toes, take the heart down and lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog. Breathe it here. Walk our feet to meet our hands towards standing forward fold. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, take this around, and this time our arms can stay right in front of us, so they don't have to go to the top. Let's get that nice seated form. And let's go ahead and take our hands to our heart. Take our right foot back. Keep our right heel lifted. Let's take it into crescent here. So lift those arms up, slide back, bend. Let's open this back up into warrior two. Straighten through our leg, walk our back foot in just a little bit. So walk that in, take our hands to prayer, low back. Go ahead and turn this, and we're going to bow it forward into pyramid. So take it down, both straight legs, pyramid right here. Enjoy that front leg stretch, or that, yeah, the left leg stretch right here. Ooh. Now, if you got yourself folded really far forward, bring yourself kind of up so that you're at tabletop or a little bit higher. And we're going to move ourselves into warrior three. So begin to shift that weight forward. You can stay up on that back toe and reach those arms up, or you can begin to lift that back leg and do whatever you want with those arms, whatever is working for you. And remembering that going in and out of the pose is just important, is just as strengthening as staying in that pose. Your body's working no matter what. Good, hold this, maybe one more breath. And then let's go and take this back down and take it right into a crescent again. So let's take it into that crescent, hands together, lift that up. Hands come back to heart, and let's go ahead and bring our right leg in. Good, so that now we're seated again. Sweep our arms up, dive this down and over. Forward fold, relax and breathe. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Take this around the chair. Good. Hold here in chair, bring our hands to heart. Let's take our left foot back this time. Keep our heel lifted and crescent here. Take this up. I can even balance and crescent on this side. Good, let's go ahead and open this into warrior two. And then release our front leg, walk our back foot in just like 1, 2, and then take our hands to prayer, low back, turn the torso and pyramid. So let's flatten this and bow forward. Bow as far forward as feels good for you. Breathe. And if you're bowed really far forward, go ahead and kind of begin to lift yourself up a little bit, and then we're going to move into warrior three. So shifting our weight forward, and you're either on that back toe with the arms up, out, or lifting that leg, or lifting and lowering, whatever is going to work for you today. But trying to do the same thing on the side that you did on the other side, trying to balance that out. Keep breathing here. Go ahead and drop that back leg. Keep the toes on the floor, heel lifted, and then crescent right here. So let's go into crescent once again. Like that bend, reach that up. Bring our hands to heart and bring that left foot forward so that we are seated right here. Inhale, sweep our arms up. And exhale, dive it down and over, forward fold. Relax that head and neck. Maybe nod the head, yes. Shake that head, no. Good, roll this up one vertebrae at a time. And let's go ahead and roll our shoulders down and back. Let's stretch through IT band, and then we're going to go into tree. So let's go ahead and take our right foot over left, flatten through our feet. So flatten through big toe, little toe, heel. Let's lengthen up through our arms. So reach up through this, get a nice long spine. And we're going to hinge at the hip. So stick the booty out, hinge at the hip, flatten through that spine. And then begin to forward fold right here. Stretch for that IT band. For both of those feet, kind of see if you could press inwards toward the arch of your feet, and you can get a really good stretch for the fronts of those shins, especially on that left calf. Flatten, flatten. Maybe those toes are gripping. That's okay. Everything's kind of working here. So if you're flexed, if you're like, I'm so flexed, that's fine. That's kind of what we're doing here. Stretching and working at the same time. And then go ahead and roll this up one vertebrae at a time. Take our shoulders, roll them down and back. And let's switch sides. So take it to the other side. Left foot crosses over, flatten through our feet. Take ourselves nice and tall to lengthen up through that spine. Reach up through this and stick that booty back as we begin to hinge forward, flatten through the spine, and then forward fold. Good. Lengthen here. And trying to roll in towards the arches of the feet. And you can get more of a stretch on the outside of that right leg. And then roll it up here one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders down and back. Good, release that. Let's move into tree. So first part of tree pose, remember you can always pop that toe. Second part is opening up and then beginning to work on bringing that leg up. So go ahead and find your tree pose, and you can have your hands to heart, you can have your hands lifted. So finding whatever is working for you. You can even start down here, and as we stay in the pose, you can begin to lift that up. The only thing in this pose, you just don't want your foot to hang out on your kneecap. Right here. So opening this up, keeping that chest open, and finding that spot maybe in front of you or down on the floor that will help you to focus, help you to stay stable. Breathe. Let's bring that knee forward, flex through that foot. So kind of take that leg right there in front of you, and then bring this forward. Reach our arms up, dive it down, and over, forward fold. Relax the head. And then roll this up. Let's go tree on the other side. So finding your tree, you can start low, work high, or go high, wherever you want. And if on one side you want to do arms higher than the other, then you can do that. That's fine for this. If you're like, this side's really strong, I feel like I can go up here with the arms because you're using both of them, that you can do that. And let's bring that knee forward, flex through that foot, a little more balance, and then bring that foot back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive it down and over, forward fold, relaxed head and neck. Good, go ahead and roll this up. Let's take it to the short edge of our mat. We'll do pigeon for our last big pose, and then we'll move into our final relaxation, or our stretches on the floor, and then final relaxation. So let's take it to short edge. Inhale, sweep our arms up, dive it down and over. Take both of our feet back to top of plank. Step back, nice and strong. Drop to the fronts of our knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down to the floor, lift that heart up off of the floor, finding that wonderful cobra. Let's stay here just for 2 breaths. Enjoy this cobra here. Good, let's go ahead and curl our toes under, lift ourselves up, press ourselves into downward facing dog. Hold this here. You can nod that head or shake that head. Center our weight, lift our right leg up. Let's bend at our right knee, drop our right heel over towards that left glute. Bring our bent knee back to center and let's sweep it through, take this into pigeon. So let's go ahead and take this down in pigeon. You can be on your hands, on your elbows, or all the way down onto the floor. And remember, feel free to use support underneath that right hip if that is helpful for you. Go ahead and curl that back toe under, press through our hands, lift ourselves back up into downward facing dog. Take this into that down dog, relax this here, nod the head, shake the head. Center our weight, let's get ready for the other side. Lift our left leg, bend at our knee, drop that heel over towards that right glute. Bring that knee back to center and let's sweep this through pigeon on this other side. On the hands, all the elbows are all the way down onto the floor. Curl that back toe under, and let's press ourselves back up into downward facing dog. Hold this here. Go and relax that head, nod it. Shake that head. Take ourselves back into top of plank. Drop to our knees back into child's pose. So take this back. Lengthen through those arms. Glutes are going towards those heels. Hands by knees. Let's go and press ourselves up. Take our legs out from underneath us. And then go ahead and grab whatever you need for final relaxation. We'll go there in a moment. Once you've gotten everything, let's take ourselves down onto our backs. And let's go ahead and reach behind our right knee. So pull our right knee in towards us and lengthen through that left leg. Good stretch right here. Let's press our heel, right heel up towards the ceiling. The hands are still clasped around that left or right hamstring. Just breathing here, holding this here. And then go ahead and bend that and release that right leg. Let's reach behind our left knee, left leg, pull that in, give that a big hug, and straighten through that right leg. So that right leg's on the floor, foot is flexed. And then let's press our left heel towards the ceiling. Straightening that leg as much as you can. And then go ahead and release that. Reach behind both of our knees. Keep those knees bent. Take our chin and chest, forehead to the knees. Release that upper body. Keep our knees bent. Let's drop both of our knees over to the right. Arms into a T. Let's look to the left. Bring legs back to center. Drop them over to the left. Look to the right. And then bring that back to center. And let's move into a relaxation. So grab, if you have your eye pillow, regular pillow, blanket, whatever you need for that. Grab that. And then let's begin by lengthening the legs. You put that eye pillow over your eyes and then reach through those arms. So let's lengthen our feet towards one end of the room, reach our fingers towards the other end of the room. Lengthen, lengthen, lift that low back up off the floor, really reach. And then begin to let the air out of your lungs, begin to exhale, begin to allow your body to kind of sink and settle into the floor. You can let those feet fall open, arms can be open to the sides. Continuing to slow that breath down to find a slower rhythm of that breath. Maybe mentally scanning the body from the toes to the ankles, to the shins, to the knees, to the quadriceps, to the thighs, the hips, the glutes, the pelvis. Relax the belly, the chest. Relax the arms, the neck, release the jaw. Allow that face to be heavy and the scalp to relax. slowly, still relaxing, begin to bend at those knees. And that tailbone pressed into the floor. Be relaxing that low back a little bit. Then drop both of our knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself on your side into the fetal position. Allow yourself a breath or two here. And then let's go and slowly begin to press ourselves up, bring ourselves up to a seated form that feels comfortable for you. And sit that up tall. Good, let's inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together and drop our hands down in front of the heart, eyes following our fingers, chin to chest. Lift that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Taking our hands to our heart. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale.